Wicked Witches. So we have just done the dark moon in Leo ceremony, and it was focused on Lammas because it's also Lammas tonight. The dark moon is actually on Sunday, but when you're setting intentions, it's good to do it in the time before it goes fully dark, because then the intentions grow, and then with releasing with the full moon, you do it just after, and then it's releasing. So yeah, I've planted the seeds this evening for the intentions that will grow with this next new moon, which comes to full darkness on Sunday. But tonight's Lammas, it's the celebration of the first harvest, so the grain harvest. And so we listened to John Barleycorn and we ate bread, and we did some poetry, and yeah, wrote some things, and were creative and just celebrated our power and our creativity. And I'm walking to Boomtown on Sunday on a pilgrimage with some priestesses representing the 4 elements, and I'm spirit. And then we're going to walk to Boomtown, and then we're going to be part of the opening ceremony, which is going to be in front of 55,000 people. It's so exciting and terrifying and amazing. And that's such a Leo-y thing to do, and I'm really excited. So yeah, that's fun. And then I'm going to go off and be a Tudor in the 16th century. So I'll share some videos of that. They'll be blogged on YouTube for you to enjoy, so you can come with me on that adventure. But let me do a reading for the next 2 weeks. So between now and the full moon, which will be Monday the 19th, when I just get back from these 2 weeks of creative, yummy, fun things. It's the homestead, which is right at the centre of it. So this is about community, and this is about community. The work that I'm doing, there's the Kentwell community, they're my family, they're amazing. And then Boomtown is the Boomtown community, but also the answer to the problems that we're facing is imagination and community. And so in the physical world, we've got necessities, doing what's necessary, because you know what? We need to actually physically do some stuff to make things happen. For example, I've stopped keeping my phone next to me in the bedroom. I now charge it in the living room overnight, and then I don't have the phone. I use Alexa for my alarm, and I don't use the phone at night, so I can't look at it before going to bed, and I can't look at it as soon as I wake up in the morning. And oh my God, my nervous system's loved it. It's made a massive difference. So like, it's time to start doing what's necessary physically to make the changes. Like, let's mix things up. Let's stop this, because it's not working and it's suffocating our imaginations. And the thing, it's not a crisis, it's not a climate crisis we're facing a crisis of the imagination. Inga's ice. So this is in our communication. This is about surrendering. So this is kind of like the hangman. Do you know what? In communication, I'd say that that's about listening. For me, that makes sense because I'm about to do this pilgrimage, and it's always about listening to the land. So not going with preconceived intention, like having intentions, but not preconceived notions of what's happening. So like going with a really blank slate as to what's going to happen, and to listen and to receive, and not just be like, this is what's going on, which is what I was just doing. So just a little reminder to like, but also to surrender. You know, this is to do with knowledge and our knowing. So for the thin king who lives in the tower reading all the books, and no matter how much knowledge he gets, he's just getting thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. And for us to relax the thinking and surrender and be embodied and be in the moment, and exist in the space of the imagination in the inner world. So abundance, and this is in our fire, which is our will, and which is our emotions. It's our inner world combustion engine. We've got everything. It's abundant. We've got everything we need. Everything's there. This is all brilliant. I know it's scary, and I know the world's mad, and I know that all the things are happening. And at the same time, imagination will set us free. Community will set us free. Love will set us free. This is the path to walk. Like, you do whatever you want. You do you. but I'm finding this path is exciting and has possibility and hope, whereas I feel like many of the other paths feel hopeless. That's how I feel. So I feel like business as usual, or we're already doomed, or fear from all the fear mongering stuff that's put out there. It's all created to nullify you and dumb you down and control you, and just switch it all off. Switch off the scrolling, switch off the news, and connect to the people around you, connect to community, do volunteering, do kind things out in the world, and that be real, and be in nature, which is real, be in the things that are truth and are real, not the false news and the lies, and know that you've got everything you need in you. You've got the body, you've got the heart, you've got the love and the connection with all the living things that are on this planet. You're not alone. Everything's with you. Everything. You were literally born for this. And be brave. And this is in the spiritual. So like, spiritually be brave. Like, if you have any little inkling, a little spark of something in you that believes in something, or hopes about something, or dreams about something, blow on it. Be brave. Don't worry what people think. Don't worry. I mean, look, you could look like this. You can dress like this. I get away with it. I do this all the time. I live like this. You can get away with it. So adult any way you want. Don't adult. It's never too late to have a happy childhood. So do it your way. Be brave about being uniquely, crazily, mentally you. Now, let's see. Interference. That feels like the old Mercury retrograde and all of the things that have been going on. It's also an 8. It's the 8 of Swords. That's the thinking. But it's also, this year is an 8 year in numerology. 2 add 0, add 2, add 4 equals 8. And 8 is the number of life force energy. So it's quite overwhelming. You have to be very centered, and like meditating and yoga and anything to do with breathing and healing is really good in an 8 year. It's Mercury led. We're in a Mercury retrograde, so it's easy to go like in an 8 year. And I've had some of that and like burnout and things like that. So that's what's been going on. That's where we're at. 10, wealth. So the 10 of discs, wealth. Now I feel like that's like the abundance card. It's the wealth. We're rich beyond our dreams in terms of what we actually have. So gratitude lists and things like that are a really good way of centering yourself. So if you are feeling all over the place and scattered, just connecting into how lucky you are, how loved you are, how abundant you are, how supported you are, who's in your community, that kind of things. Writing gratitude lists is one of the best practices that I know of for easing your heart when you're not in a good place. So remember how abundant you are, and the best way to do that is to write a list of all the things that you've got for you. And then we've got the Hermit, and this is very much the card of the pilgrim and the pilgrimage. Now we're walking a pilgrimage, but this is literally what I just said about the spark. So it's like, yes, there's interference. Yes, there's noise. The world is full of all that shit. But you have everything you need within you. And you have this little spark that you were born. Like, you were born into this world with this little spark. And that little spark is your soul. And you only get to carry it in this lantern for a very short time. So do some inner work and spend some time with it. Do your own pilgrimage. Like, you don't have to physically move to do a pilgrimage. It's setting some intention. You could say, okay, for the next 2 weeks between now and the full moon, I'm not going to look at my phone. Instead, I'm going to create a piece of artwork. Or I'm going to go out walking every day without my phone and without listening to podcasts and things, and just be. something, create a practice for the next 2 weeks that feels like you're blowing on your little spark and doing something that really fills you with joy. Go to an art gallery every day, or like write a poem, or yeah, write a journal as a comic book. Like, there's many different ways you can do it, but listen to an album that you love or you loved from your childhood all the way through, and just sit there and listen to it, and don't, you know, pick up your phone and scroll while you're doing it, but just sit and listen from an album from beginning to end. Anything that fills your heart with joy, just do that in this next 2 weeks. It's the Leo moon building up to Aquarius full moon, which is like, that's us building up to this, what's possible. Like, we're about to step into the Aquarius age fully. Pluto is going to dip back into Capricorn just for a little bit this autumn, and then we're in Aquarius, and we're in the Aquarius age for the next like 16 years. It's the imagination is everything right now. Like, we are not facing a climate crisis, we're facing a crisis of the imagination. So get that muscle going. And it might be that you never feel like you have ever had that. You've never, like, you might have feel like you've never been creative and you're not creative, or you bloody well are. Like, the whole of life is an improvisation. You're making it up as you go along. None of us know what we're doing. You've developed this character. Like, you are literally improvising and creating with every step you take, with every outfit you choose to wear, with every music you listen to, let alone whether you actually create any art. Like, you've got a whole play and storyline going on. Like, you've invented all of it. So A, own it, and B, enjoy it, and C, make it fucking great. Chuck some glitter on it. Like, fucking hell. You could be Cat Slater from EastEnders, or you could be Elton John. Neither are bad. They're both absolutely banging characters. Got loads going for them. Which is it that you want to be? What do you want to be? Balance. So this is what I mean about the life force energy. Do your meditation, do your yoga. It was interesting because the reason why I just looked back then is because I was looking to see what one of these cards was on there, and it was Just Be. And the balance and the Just Be cards are almost the same thing. So, and that was already on the altar from my last reading, that was saying just oh, sorry, Ellen. This is my dragon, Ellen. So yeah, keep balance. And that is so important in this 8 year. And that's the thing I've been really struggling with, the not burning out. Definitely been burnt out for a big part of this year. So look after yourself, take it easy. Don't feel like you've got to do all the things and everything. Like, the Hermit is actually a very introspective and focused and reverential inner world, doing daily practices, meditating, things like that. Like, that's the Hermit. It's not like out there, you know, it's not like the Star card or the Sun card or something. It's very inward and introspective. But at the same time, it is Leo season. Express yourself. So just fully express yourself. Express yourself, but without like feeling like that means you've got to scream from the rooftops or do something crazy. But definitely express who you are. Don't be scared to share your art and show up in the world. The one that's on here out of this pack is Discern, which is a bit like the balance thing. It's like, express yourself, but also discern, like, how, like, don't just get drunk and get on a table and show your pants. Like, be discerning about how you're expressing yourself. Express yourself in a healthy way and in an inspiring and nurturing way that's looking after your little spark, rather than like, yeah, doing a striptease at the local club. Nothing wrong with that, but that's not what we're looking for at this moment in time. Here's my other deck. I literally just saw it. Okay, well, maybe you don't want to be pulled tonight. No, that's fine. I literally just saw you. Oh well. We won't have a goddess card for now. That means that we're going to use the one that's on the altar. Well, maybe that's what's happening. The deck's just vanished and hidden from me, so that I have to use this one. And it's my darling Hecate, which is decision. Now, Hecate is the goddess of the triple goddess. So it's the Virgin Mother and Crone. So what you have there is she's got 4 arms, and the arms at the side are actually different faces on the side of her head. So Virgin Mother and Crone. She's the triple goddess. So goddess of trivia, crossroads, where it's 3 roads. They're called trivias, and it's where trivia comes from. And it's to do with questioning. And this is decision. So it's making a decision about who you are and what you want to create in the world, and what you care about. And she's not messing around. She's the big, it's not like making a decision on what colour you're going to paint your living room. This is like, what kind of leader do you want to be? It's Leo season, and the world needs inspiring, incredible leaders. What kind of leader do you want to be? What kind of brave Leo lion? It's what the abundance sign thing is as well, especially abundance in fire in Leo. Be courageous, be the lion, be brave. What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What do you want this spark to turn into? You're going to make that decision, and be discerning and be balanced, but express yourself and fan that little spark into a huge flame. So that is our reading for the Leo dark moon, and I hope to see some of you at Boomtown, and I'm really looking forward to walking with the Ellen line. So Ellen's named after Ellen, my darling dragon, because walking the Ellen line the first time we walked her was like trying to ride a very, very angry and wild dragon, and it felt like the wronged feminine. And but she's definitely healed a lot since then, and it'd be interesting to see how she is now. And I will go with fresh eyes and openness to discover what's going on now with Ellen, and walking all the way from the Isle of Wight to the land temple that Boomtown is in, and following the line all the way up there. So we're going to go have some fun, aren't we, Ellen, hey? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, see you at the end one.